Welcome everybody to 256 Garage weekend review. We're coming to you on Saturday today. Got everybody here at the shop working along. So we're gonna give a little rundown, show you what we got going on. First, we're gonna walk over here to the little Nissan Drake's been working on. Hitting the quarter panel. He's had to do a little work on the quarter panel, getting it ready for paint for our local lot. But we'll show you a little bit about it, then go inside and show you what's going on, what we got done. Right here's a little Nissan Altima. Fixed the quarter panel on, got it ready. Got the primer drying. We'll get it in there, block it down, get it taped up ready for paint, and that'll be ready to go on. That's what he done a little bit of last week. Mostly we've been working on the little Hyundai Accord and the 55 Chevrolet truck, getting it ready. Right there's a little Rogue. Got to work on next week. Front end damage. Mazda's got to put a front end on. I think he got the bumper painted for it. Here's a little Accord. Put the quarter panel and rear body panel on. Got it finished up. Just doing a little fine touching, the mud flaps, making sure all the bolts are in the rear bumper, everything like that. Got to put the splash shield, the muffler shield on it. So right there is the quarter panel. All painted up, fixed up. Turned out real nice. Got the lights all in it. We'll get that thing cleaned up. It'll be ready to go. Got the inspector hopefully coming next week. We sent the paperwork in on it Friday. We got Bud and Drake putting a bed together for this 55. Shined up the rails. Comes Drake there with the worker. I don't know if we got a disclaimer from him. We may have to edit that part out. But they getting the new wood bed back together. Well, I don't know if you'd call it new wood and back together, but
it's refurbished wood.
Refurbished.
Repolished, restained. Junior Croft.
Thanks to Junior Croft Wood Floor Bed Restores Incorporated, or is he LLC? That's the bed. We got Alan in here. He's got parts strode everywhere. We can't even get in the shop because he's got stuff everywhere. There's one bedside. There's the hood. Still griping about the comment on the rack. It looks at home there. The hood's turning out nice. But let's go over here and see what he's doing on the cab. We got a special request on some information on buffing one, so whether we do it right or not, Alan's gonna tell you how he does it. So let's see what he says here.
Well, if you're a better painter, you may not have to go as far as I do. But
they say you need a good buffer or a good painter. Luckily, we're fair in the middle in both, so works out in the end.
But I like to start with 1000 grit wet sandpaper. We add a little soap to our water to make it slicker, where it'll move better, smoother. Then we'll finish up with 2500 and then 3000 on a DA in this case. A lot of times I don't like to use a DA, but in this case we're in a pretty big hurry. After the 3000 DA, we use a lot of this 3M product that is it's a system. You have a white cap.
Right, here's the white cap. It's a 3M Perfect Rubbing Compound 36060.
And then you move on to this 06094, which is a machine polish, which is the stage I'm at on this door.
You can see that door is coming along.
I don't have the rest of the truck to that point. Some parts we do. Me and Drake worked on it for hours. I have since adapted an additional step after my 3000 grit. I learned that this 3M 05954 on a wool bonnet is more forgiving in the edges, where this foam will burn our edges if we're not careful. A wool is a little bit more forgiving. Plus, it is a step between a 3000 and a Presta. This Presta here that we use, Presta Ultra Cutting Cream. I use the 3M, then the Presta, then the white top, then the black top, and then I go to the blue hand glaze or machine glaze. You can use it either way. We're bad to use it by hand by that point because, well, it's been rubbed to death. If when you're polishing, If you're still seeing scratches, don't be afraid to put a little pressure on the machine. That'll help you out a lot. That's a lesson that comes by learning.
Especially on a black one like that.
Black's terrible. I hate black. It's beautiful. I love the vehicles, but cutting and buffing black is not fun. But you can read 256 garage in that door. And that's not even polished.
Just to make sure you can tell that's the door, I'll get behind him so you can see him and his reflection. Quit sticking your tongue out.
That's not polished. That's no machine polish. That's no hand glazed. That's only cut and compound. That's all we've used to this point.
So it's still got a couple more stages.
It's got a couple of more steps.
Like that.
And then they can put the door handles and the mirrors on it and get ready for the glass to go back in it.
But that gives you a little rundown of what he does, how he does it. Like I said, right there is his black foam pad he uses. Here's one of his wool pads. And then here's one of his yellow pads, foam. But anyway, that's a little rundown of the steps he goes through.
Hours and hours.
Yeah,
and hours.
he polished till late last night and then started back early this morning. And you can see he's still got a whole lot of panels to go. So if anybody tells you it's easy and it ain't work, don't listen to them. But that's everything for this week. We're gonna try to get this bed put together. Alan's gonna try to finish polishing and see what happens. Maybe we'll get it up to the rod run next week. And we'll see y'all there. 256 Garage out.